Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back in House Flipper Pets expansion and we're at the Homestretch house where Mark and his family are moving back in with his parents to take care of them in their old age. And also the lure of the countryside and this beautiful scenery is a great place for them to do sports and have long walks and play with their dog. So it's going to work out for the whole family. But we are doing some renovation in the house, so half of the house is now already set up because it's the grandparents' sections that they use all the time, and the unused rooms are now being turned into the new family incoming space. So we're redoing the bathroom now. We did the parents' bedroom in the last episode, so we do the bathroom now and then the son's bedroom in this episode, and then I think that will complete the job. Because we didn't need to do anything in the basement and we've done all of the work on the ground floor and put up the great big dog kennel in the garden. That's quite a nice pattern of tile actually. I was just thinking maybe we just put that on the one wall and then use the plainer tiles on the other three walls to keep it nice and fresh, and there's just that little bit of pattern in there. I think if you put that pattern on all of the walls it would be a little bit overwhelming, so I didn't put down the few that we've got in my hand. Let's just put those down. If I can find a spare space of floor and then solve them. Ta-da! Right, let us start with the tiles. Oh, we've got to put a window in over here, haven't we? I've just probably wasted tiles. Mind you, you've got to do above and below the window probably anyway, so putting them on before is probably better actually, because it's going to lose less of the tiles, isn't it? Because you have to do a top section and a bottom section. So if you tile the wall before you put the window in, you use half the number of tiles maybe? Let's test that out, shall we? They're not huge rooms, so it doesn't take that long to do the tiling and stuff and painting and stuff in here. Ooh, something's happening. Oh, we've reached the point where you can actually finish the job early if you want, but we are going to complete the job because I don't I like that you can finish the job early in case there's something you really can't do, because we have had times where you just haven't been able to finish something, but I do prefer to do the whole job if we possibly can. And that has now left us some of the outdoor appearance on the side here. Luckily we've got a couple of bits of tile that we can finish that off with. We've got enough to go above. No, we're one short. We're going to end up having to buy more tile anyway because I can't just leave one little square, so it didn't save me any, did it? But yes, if you do tile where you're going to add an extra window, you don't have to do it above and below, but then you do have to finish off the edges of the window, so it may or may not be helpful to tile before. So that's fixtures for baths. So, oh, we're allowed to choose any bath we want. Okay. Maybe the corner one because it's a small room. We'll put that right in the corner. That's as close as we can get it to the wall. Let's see what that looks like. That does not look like it's right next to the wall. Now why is there a big gap? Look, I deliberately tried to push that as close to the wall as I can. That's now annoying me. It doesn't look right. I'm going to use a completely different bath because I don't like to be frustrated with pushing them into the corner and then have them not fit in the corner. So we'll use the Lagrona bathtub with a... what colour? Cedar? And light colours. This is quite a nice bathtub actually. Do you know what? I'm going to line it sort of in the middle of the wall. So there'll be a tiny little gap at both sides, but that is then deliberate. There we go. Done. Oh, towel radiator. We'll do all this simple, easy things. We'll fit all the fixtures and fittings we've already got fittings for. We've probably got all the fittings that we actually need. We're just doing a little bit of cosmetic work here in the bathroom, just making the house nice and pretty for the family moving in. So, toilet. Again, we have choice, so we can use whichever ones we like. Let's use this one. No, let's use the Lagrono. It's a good staple. We don't really want to go more antique, older-fashioned, though it's in keeping with the house, I guess. But I think we'll just go with the more standard sort of appearance here. And we've got 2 sinks to fit. That's nice. Shall we go with the... Oh, shall we go with the Manolo sink? Do we just put 2 plain ones in, or do we go right and left? Just need to make sure we put them in the right spot then, don't we? What did we go with? We went with cedar, didn't we? For the bathtub, so we'll probably go with cedar for this. But the tabletop, do we want to go for... Not sure any of them are identical to our colour scheme that we've got here. So I guess we could use any of them, and it's not really going to make that big of a difference, but I really like everything to match, and if I haven't really got anything to match this to, or for it to blend into, maybe we'll go white. That might work actually, the very pale grey, because it's the closest we've got to that pale blue wall, isn't it? I think that's the closest we've got to the pale blue wall, so we'll go with that one, the very light sort of grey stone finish. And I'll put that one there. I think better to fit the first one in, and then put the second one in so that it can meet up with it, because we really don't want to leave any gaps between the two. And the pipes, let's see. Make sure no water escaping anywhere. Taps all on, yeah. And then the, why are there no doors? Oh, the tap goes on first, yes. And there we go. Now we can bring in the left version of the Manolo sink. Oh no, that's a middle. Where's the right? Where's the left gone? Oh, they're in a slightly unexpected order. The right and left maybe should have been the other way around in the list, so that it seems a little bit more methodical. Yeah, so this light grey then is actually classed as white marble, just so you're not confused about which colour I've gone for. It's the white marble, but it's got like little grey flecks in it, so it looks like a light grey rather than white. But that's quite close to the pale blue on the wall, I think, or at least it's the closest thing there is in the stone to the pale blue on the wall. Right, so there's the second sink. Let's make sure everything's turned on. So the tap first. I keep forgetting that you have to screw the tap down at the top of the sink unit here before you can put the doors on. Mirror. That's quite a wide mirror. There's only one, yes, so I think we might need to like rotate it on its side so that it goes across both. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we want to put a carpet down, so I probably want to put that in front of the sinks, so that you've got something warm to put your bare feet on when you're brushing your teeth. And then a few little extras, toilet paper holder and some towels. Right, so what colours shall we make these then? We go for a coffee brown towel, because that kind of blends into the cedar wood a little bit. And then a slightly darker one with the folded on the top. And if we put that above the bath, and then a wicker laundry basket, we definitely want to go for the beige browny wood tone, and maybe we'll put that here. So I think, oh right, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Very simple bathroom finish, no additional bits and pieces, no knickknacks, no pictures or anything. Elegantly simplistic, there we go. So the next job then, and the final room on this floor, is the child's bedroom. And we did plaster the hole in the wall in the last episode. And the only fixtures and fittings we've got is a radiator attachment point. Right, so we've got the Sempra brown fitted carpet. So again we're going with that natural neutral colour thing throughout the house. And the walls are going to be bright peach. So it's still a very muted shade, although it's described as bright peach. It's not super bright. It is a pale, soft, delicate, muted peach. So we're kind of blending all of the decor inside the house into the landscape around the house, aren't we? So it's a natural, neutral haven. And I'm starting to suspect that Mum picked the colours, because I'm not sure that any kid that I know, any boy kid that I know, I've never heard one want neutral, natural colours in their bedroom. So definitely a parent's pick, I think. But that's okay, because they can put posters and things up. That's the standard kid thing to do, to personalise the home, isn't it? There we go. And maybe the boy is getting a little bit older now, so that it's in that transition maybe towards teen. So they're thinking more neutral and colours will be more long-term viable for the room. Right, so this has definitely got to be where we're putting one of those radiators, so we need to fit that in. Wait, does this... oh yes, the plug needs to be replaced. Let's sort that out first. The wires in. Right, now he won't electrocute himself when he plugs in his music. That's an interesting placement for a plug, because I'm suspecting that I'm going to put the bed in front of that so nobody can even see the outlet. Oh dear. Cream? Yeah, I think cream. I don't use cream in the other room as well, don't we? So let's stick with the cream, and it also matches the colour schemes that we're going with. I do quite like these vertical radiators because they take up a lot less space. So you can add them into locations that you couldn't before, but the traditional ones fit quite nicely underneath the windows as well. So swings and roundabouts for better placement depending on what sort of room you've got and how you're going to want to do it. Right, so the Dusoi single bed. So we'll go, I think we'll probably go cedar again. We've used quite a lot of cedar in this room. And the mattress cover's probably best to go white. Sheet, we could go grey, but it's not quite fitting the colour scheme. Beige, cream, probably cream. Probably cream. And the pillows in the Crozzy design that matches quite nicely. So we could either put it under the bed, or we could put the... say that again, Kitty. So put my teeth back in. No, I actually still do have my own teeth. Yay! We'll put it on. We'll put it at the side wall. Though you could have turned it and put it under the window. But I think if we want a desk, I kind of want that near the window as well. So I'll pop that in the opposite side of the room to the bed, and it can still have a little bit of access to light from the window. Whereas if we put the bed completely under the window, then the desk would be miles away from the light, and that wouldn't be fun. I don't like the colour, we'll change it. Yeah, cedar is what we've used on the bed, so it makes sense to use cedar. And like I said, we'll orient that so it's closer to the window. If I can get it to sit. Come on, get in the corner. Come on. There we go. Tweak it till it's in the corner. So there should be a chair for the desk. Ooh, big wardrobe. They're asking us to put a lot of furniture in a little tiny room. Right, so cedar again. It's the Olski wardrobe. I think we need to put that in the corner. We're orienting everything in a corner. If I can... oh, if I look... See, sometimes it's a little bit awkward to get things to actually sit right in a corner. But especially with tiny rooms like this, it's more important that they actually fit right in the corners, otherwise we're just not going to get everything in the room. I'm hoping that's all the major pieces of furniture. Right, laptop. Golden? Or grey? Grey. I think golden's just too much colour, especially if you want to take it to school with him and stuff. Grey's just much more sensible. Getic patterned office chair, cedar frame and the crossy pattern on the cover to match his pillowcase. And hopefully that's all the big pieces of furniture, because we're running out of space in this little room. Pampas grass, that's definitely a parental touch, that one. It's going to have to go in the corner here near the bed, I think. Yeah, we blended it in with the colour scheme. Ooh, bedside table. The Mizak wooden bedside cabinet, let's make it in cedar. And let's turn that around a little bit. Yeah, then there should be a light to go on that. Possibly even a desk lamp as well. Right. Yeah, so the table lamp too will go light metal and a whitey shade, and then I did think I saw a, yes I did, the Pixel table lamp will go cedar and cream. That needs to go in the corner of the desk. And then I'm hoping there's just decorative stuff left, because there's not much space. Books, let's pop that on the corner of the table. That's his homework books. All his textbooks that his school want for him to have. Whiteboard for some notes, that's always useful for any student. Brushy plastic trash bin, we'll put a white one in so it matches the whiteboard and the white on the table lamp. Dartboard, where are we going to put that? Put it above the bed, sort of below the bed. That's about the only space to be able to aim at it, isn't there? Poster, Caracan Twins, so a famous, much loved film, I assume, for the kiddo. Actually, let's have a look how many more. Do we have any more big pictures? We've got the silly cat poster. Right, so we need to make sure that we can fit both of those on this wall, because I don't think there's anywhere else that they could possibly go. So we need to put them side by side. Okay. And hope, yes, that's beautiful. Everything fits lovely. See, I said any kid's going to need posters, didn't I? And they already pre-thought that. Betrayer of Worlds Duck. Oh, I like that. Let's pop that on the windowsill, shall we? Turn it around a little bit so it's easier to see. I like that. Very cute. Turn the light on so that its eyes glow for us. Lovely. So there you go. That's the child's room then. And, oh, the job's not finished. We've still got space. Interesting. I really like this room. I think it's turned out really well. I love the colour scheme, and I like the way it's turned out layout-wise. I think we've utilised the small room really, really well. But I was actually expecting that to be the end of the job, but we've got a big budget left, and it looks like we've got maybe a quarter of the job left. So I'm a little bit confused. So first floor's all done, second floor... Oh, we've got a third floor. We do have a third floor? But there's no stairs to a third floor. How do we get... So we've got some sort of attic space? There's no stairs. Oh, it's a pull down. Oh gosh, it's a pull down ladder to a loft space, and we're going to be utilising it. Okay. Using a pull down ladder a lot doesn't seem very sensible to me, but I guess needs must. If you run out of space, I guess that's the only thing you use. It's not a big loft space, and there's no lights or anything up here, so it's not ideal to be utilised, but it has got a full floor, so we can utilise it in some way. So what are we going to be... So we're going to give it a bit of a clean, and bring up a billiard table, okay, and a couch. So they're going to make it like a games type room, like we've done in basements before, haven't we? Something similar. So in this time we're going to do it upstairs in the attic space. think it might have been better to convert some of the space downstairs in that basement, because that's quite big as well. But yeah, this is a different way of doing it, I guess. So you're going to have to be very careful about placement of things because of the angle of the roof. So I think we might need a third episode then. So I think we'll give it a bit of a clean up, and then we'll come back for a third episode to see what they actually want us to do up here. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit different trying to sort this out, isn't it? I was not expecting the house to be on 4 floors, because we've got a basement and an attic space, so 4 floors. See, I told you, deceptive, because from the map it looked like one of the smallest houses we've seen, but it's on 4 different floors. Yes, so not a space that you'd want to use if you felt claustrophobic in any way, because the roof's actually closes in on you because it's all sloped and it's not that tall even at the highest spot. But they're going to use every little bit of space that they've got in this house because they're cramming in 2 families. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy game!